Okay, so we're going to begin with using Wilton gel food coloring, starting with the green color. Just taking a little bit and putting it on the plate. Now I'm taking my clear extract and I'm going to put a little bit on the plate as well so I can dilute the green. We want to use extract and not water, that way all the alcohol will evaporate and the water would make the cookies soggy, so we don't want that. Okay, so just use your clean paintbrush and dilute the green as much as you'd like. And we're going to begin by making kind of an oblong oval shape and just leaving it like rugged on the bottom. You could paint a pot if you want to, but I didn't want to. So just fill in your green. I wanted it to look pretty spotty, so I just roughly filled it in. And then we're going to do same kind of shape on the left side, but a little bit shorter. And we're going to make it connect and just kind of make it look jagged at the bottom. And so you can take your extract and make parts lighter that you want lighter, or put more food coloring and obviously make it darker where you want it darker. So just made a tiny little half circle on top and a little baby like thick line really on top too, to make another little tiny growth out of the cactus. Okay, so whenever you're gonna get a new color, you need to rinse out your brush or whatever, but make sure that after you rinse out your brush that you dry off the brush thoroughly with a paper towel. So I just wanted to add some dimension to my colors, so that's why I got some black as well. And so I'm mixing it with my green to make it a little bit darker so I can add some shadows, because really depth is what makes things look better. Even if you don't notice that something has depth, it usually looks better when it does. So just put it usually on the edges is what I do. On the edges of each little baby growth from the cactus. And I'm going to rinse my brush off because I wanted to put some green and even take up some green in spaces. That way it would look really watercolory and flowy. I don't want it to be like a solid color. I want it to be like spotty and like drippy. I don't know. It was really tempting for me to want to use the water to make it watercolory, but I have to remember to use the extract for that and not the water. So I'm just moving some of the color around because I didn't like the way that it was already, so I just put some extract on my brush and moved it around. Okay, so now I'm gonna add a little flower onto it, so I'm grabbing some pink. And again, same thing, just putting it on the plate, and then I'm gonna dilute it with some extract. And I always pour my extract into the cap first and then onto the plate, that way I don't like spill a whole bunch on there. Okay, and then mix it around to get the color that you want. And I just short strokes, you're not really even shaping it that much, you're just doing short strokes. I did 3 or 4 and just to connect it to the cactus. So now we're gonna make some pricklies. So dry off your brush, clean it, and get it on the black, but you don't want it to be too wet. You want it to be mostly color and not a lot of extract. So we're just using the skinny part of the brush to just make lines all over the cactus. Short, skinny strokes. And my brush was an angled brush, so I just angled it to where it would be skinny. And if your brush is like building up a lot of food color, just wipe it off and start again clean, because you don't want your lines to be very thick. And then on the baby ones, even smaller lines. Just going back and reshaping the colors, just pushing the pink around in different ways so it would look more like petals, and I didn't want it to be too dark, I wanted it to be light, so I took off some of the color. And then that's the final cookie. Thank you for watching.